Hi, chat. What the... What? Oh, it's Oil Ocean Zone. I was like, what the fuck is this song? God, Sonic, why you guys had to go so hard at the music Sonic games? I'm Army. We're back on live servers today, by the way, for anyone curious. There wasn't really too much more for me to test on PTB. And like I said, I don't know enough about Trickster to be the guy who's like, I think it's fine. I like the idea they were going for. My only concern was I was really hoping that they were looking to make him kind of like knives, M1, knives, M1, but I don't think that's what they were going for at all. Ugh. Hi, Darth. Also, did you guys like that I threw the V fucking thing, the V profile pic into the thumbnail? I still haven't gotten an answer as to why she's biting her tongue and she's the only survivor doing it. But I don't think I will. I don't think I ever will get an answer to that question. Good times. Ugh. Man, this song is a fucking bop, chat. Freaky SV thumbnail. She deserves it, apparently. You can't see it, but I'm jamming to this right now. Am I excited for Halloween the game? I'm excited to see how it goes, yeah. I'm not gonna play it, but I'm excited to see how it goes. Oh! Ow. Ow, I popped my neck. That hurt. Also, chat, so I have a story about my day off today. So, as some people know, I really like Peach Tea Monster Rehabs. Like, I really, really, really like them. I already did this, didn't I? Yeah, I did this already. I really like them. So I went to my gas station where I always get them. I went to the gas station where I always get them. They didn't have them. So I was like, okay, fine. So I went to the grocery store. They didn't have them. They were out of stock too. And I went to another gas station. They didn't have them. So I said, fuck it. I'll drive a mile down the road to Dollar General. They didn't have them. So then I was like, you know what? I'm off. I'm not doing anything today. So I drove 30 minutes outside of town to another gas station. They didn't have them. I drove to another grocery store down there. They didn't have them. I went to Walmart. They didn't have them. I have no idea what is going on with this with Peach Tea Monsters, but they just don't exist right now. You were playing Skull Merchant? No, I think I was putting points into Skull Merchant. I think that's why. Yeah, I was putting points in the Skull Merchant. I was reading some of her add-ons. I didn't touch DBD at all while I was on vacation, so... Okay, that's a lie. I did play a little bit of 2v8. Which I still have some challenges to finish. Actually, you can do this in the normal mode, can't you? Yeah, you can just do this in the normal mode. Oh, never mind. They got rid of the time-limited stuff, even though they extended it. Okay, fine, Behavior. That's cool. Good job, Behavior. Hello, Dustin. Is it just me, or does, from the looks of it, Trisha basically plays the exact same? I think he plays very similar. I don't want to say it's the exact same, because there are differences. Ammo management is definitely back. I think that's something that a lot of Trickster players wanted back, and is definitely there now. I feel like because of how the combo system works, you kind of want to break pallets if you can now to kind of keep it going. Like, he doesn't play exactly the same, but it is very similar. But at the same time, I don't think I was expecting him to play too much different. I don't know why people were kind of expecting him to be like a completely different character. As far as him being better or worse, I mean, I don't agree or disagree. I have no real way of saying yes or no to that because... I mean, I think he's better than he currently is, but it's not... That doesn't mean much. The one problem he has, in my opinion, on PTB is that his snowballing is really hard, but it feels like his kit wants you to do it, but it fights you from doing it. It's like you hit S rank, okay, well, I want to snowball with main event, or I want to keep my S rank for the bonuses it gives. But if I do the same action 2 times in a row, so like if I down 2 people, it doesn't do anything, right? Because you're doing the same action. It's the same thing with like hooking people. Like, again, we saw it last night. I was really surprised by it. If you down 2 people, hook one, and then hook the other, because you just hook somebody, it's the same action 2 times in a row, so your combo meter doesn't go back up, which I think is kind of weird. Again, I get what they were going for. It's just like, I feel like it just needs some tweaking. Again, I am not the person to ask about tweaking Trickster. He's not a character I have enjoyed that much. He's not a character I have played that much. He just kind of exists for me. But from the looks of things, the devs are being very receptive to the feedback, so we'll see. Blizzard, oh yeah, the sniping's great. I haven't played in a while, so we're probably just going to be boring and run Music Box and Black Strap. But yeah. Because it's been a minute. Alright, chat. What amazing build are we running today? I have not seen the Ginger Dead Man. Does he live on Jewelry Lane? I bet he lives on Jewelry Lane. Also, people did point out to me the math on the pop buff I was doing was actually incorrect. New pop is going to be good. I don't think every killer is going to be able to run it, but it's going to be good. I'm glad to see pop come back into the meta a little bit. I don't know what to run, chat. I think I'm just going to do a Hex build. Why not? We'll do Ruin... so I don't have to think nearly as much. We'll do some Ruin. Who enters into the body of a gingerbread cookie? I kind of assumed that's what it was. All right, I can't because plaything. Fuck. Where's Undying? No, I can't because of plaything. Shit. Dominance? I think I might just take off plaything. Fuck. I want him in DVD. This really obscure thing that no one's ever heard of, I wanted in DVD. I mean, it's not impossible, I suppose. Doesn't it work like how it used to before that big perk overhaul a few years ago? No. So, well, yes, kind of. Because the way current pop works is it's current progress, not total. So it's 20% current. So if they're at, I've got to butcher the math here, but if the gen is at 80%, you're going to shave it down to 60%. The way it used to work, I think it was 25, wasn't it? Am I wrong? Yeah, it was 25 of the total. And with it going to 15 now, on top of the 5% you get base kick, so now it's 20. Which, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that what pain res used to be? Am I dumb? No, yeah, 15%. Yeah. Pain res used to be 15%. It was originally 30. I just looked at it. It was 25. It might have been 30 like during its first iteration, but I think the one people remember the most is when it was 25. No, on release it was 25. it was still 25, 25. Then in 6.1, it got nerfed to 20% current. Then in 7.0, it was buffed to 30% current. And then in 8.0, it was nerfed again to 20% current. And now it's being buffed to 15% total. Percentages suck, Chad. That's all you gotta know. As to why change pop? Mostly because, my best guess, they're changing it because of turn back the clock. Because while I don't agree with the sentiment that it took its place, I think it just depends on the killer and build you're running. For a lot of people, turn back the clock is just better in almost every situation. Placebo. Oh, 30 plus 5%. Oh, yeah. Well, no, because they did the 25%. No, because they did the, because they changed it to the total progress during 6.1, so it was not around for the 5%, the 5% progress thing. No, I don't necessarily think pop needed to be touched, but, like, to help differentiate it from the other slowdown perks, I think it definitely needed something. It's the big reason why, like, a lot of perks need touching. It's not necessarily because they're bad, it's because they're kind of overshadowed by other perks. Because, like, Eruption kind of took Pop's place for a little bit there. Pain Res is still good. Like, there's so many things that Pop is fighting against that I kind of understand why they did it. And again, I think they mostly did it to kind of get around the whole people are running turn back the clock so much thing. But again, I think with how the game is now, not every killer... I think some killers would prefer running Pop over turn back the clock. But it's more useful. Yeah. I'm not saying turn back the clock isn't more useful. Like, I think turn back the clock is more situations, but that's going to be the trade-off, I feel, is that one is going to be better while one is more, not situational, but while one helps you in a lot more situations, but it's not as strong. So I think that's going to be the toss-up and the decision. And again, it also depends on the killer you're playing. If you're not playing a killer that can get around the map or likes kicking gens that much, turn back the clock is going to be your better choice. How's the math change? So, total progress. So, if a gen is at 60% progress, I'm going to butcher the math, but just for clarification's sakes. So, if a gen is at 60% progress, 15... okay, let me do 20%, because that makes more sense. If a gen is at 20% progress, if the perk knocks off the total progress, it knocks off that entire 20%. If it's current, it's going to knock off 20% of 20%. So it's only going to knock off, like, what, 5%, give or take? Is he only counting the blast mine? That is also true. Well, it doesn't even really counter it. It just makes it so you don't have to deal with it. So it's mostly the difference between a flat number versus a variable number. So, like, if Pop took off 30% of the total progress of 50% on a gen, it would go down to 20%. If it's the current progress, 30% of 50 is what gets taken off. We won! Let's go! First match back. That's what a counter is? No, a counter is something that doesn't negate it necessarily, but it because you can still get hit with Blast Mine even if you're running turn back the clock. Not likely to, but you can still get hit with it. A counter would be like that new perk, I don't know the new perk names, but the elusive perk in Nurse's Calling. It's like a direct counter to Nurse's Calling. Fetty Fazbear. I gotta put points into Pyramid Head, don't I? That'd be like saying Repressed Alliance is a counter to Pop. It is, but not really. Hooray. That's a perk I want buffed, though, for real, though, is Repressed Alliance. I think Repressed Alliance is one of the most underrated and, like, interesting perks in the game. Letting the survivors block a gen. If it had the one change to it where survivors could unblock the gen whenever they wanted, I think it would genuinely become meta. And it would be a good counter, or not counter, but like a good way to play against like Pop Goes the Weasel or gen kick builds in general. I don't think they'll ever do it, but that would be cool. Yeah, the new badge system, I still see some people complaining about it. I'm not the biggest fan of some of the artwork, but like I'm glad it's there. Again, it's something. I'd rather have that than nothing. And again, I feel like whenever we were giving suggestions to behavior for what the prestige system should be, that was one of the suggestions, was just take the art you have and just add it as a badge or something. Yo, is that a fucking... Is that a flan? You guys got a flan? But we'll see. I think SPTB is good, though, in general. The new map, like, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's my favorite map of all time, though, Nostromo. Nostromo and Dustin, chat. They're just my enemies. Forever and always. Oh, didn't I go up the stairs? Forever and always. I'll hit you with that M1, Mr. DeWeet. I'll hit you with that M1, Mr. DeWeet. They're probably back on that gen. Dominance hasn't popped, though. That's good. David probably is dead hard. Meg's still not back on that gen. That's good. Meg's going for the save, so I'm going to do this. We're going to head back over there. I didn't get a chance to read the voice line, sorry. Someone got David off on that back one. That gives me info, though. I know they're doing the gen in the back. Yep, and they're healing over there, too. Was that gen? They really finished that? Oh, Bill, I think you done fucked up. Okay, I've hooked Dwight and Bill. I gotta remember that to look out for Dead Hard. Ruin's still hitting that gen up top. I'm gonna redo this. David might have gone back into it, but I doubt it. They're probably doing this gen back here. No. Oh, there goes Meg. Good shit, Meg. I still got it. Let's go. Definitely think there's artwork they could use for some of the characters again. Yeah. I think there's definitely options. Okay, I hooked both. I hooked Bill. Good dodge, Bill. I didn't. I hooked David. Also, no, I did not. No, David got caged. David does not have Dead Hard. At least right now. He thought about it. Someone just hopped off this. Yep. Thank you, Ruin. Okay, Dwight might have Dead Hard. Did they ever confirm the RE characters? I think they did on Twitter. I'm not on there anymore, so I couldn't say for sure. I was waiting on Dead Hard just in case. Up you go. David gets uncaged over here. That one gen in the back is still there. I'll wait the 15 seconds. What about him? What about him? Bye, Meg. Boop. But they should be. It would be weird if of all of the things that they don't do, it's fucking, it's Resident Evil, one of their most popular chapters ever. I was just waiting for that, Bill. To the cage you go. Wow, for my first match back, this wasn't that bad. He's probably... Oh, no, he gave up. Okay. Fair enough. They could use for some characters again. They should use the 10th anniversary banner for Spring Trap. Yeah, I don't know. Again, like, that's the thing with something like this. Like, there could always be better options. For sure. Also, he still has Plaything. Because I did hook the Dwight, and none of the totems got done. Oh wow, what shitty gates you have, Dwight. I think he hits those. Yeah, I don't think I make that. What? What? Be free, Dwight. Be free, Dwight. I broke a pallet, chat. Myers and Pinhead. I think Myers and Pinhead was just because of the licensing thing, for obvious reasons. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm sure they're gonna take feedback on it. I think for like Astery and Baymar is a good example. I kind of wish both, either you got two or both of them were in it. Hyper-focus stakeout. Prove thyself on fucking Dwight. No wonder that one gem there, he blasted through fucking Ruin. Overzealous on the bill. Wow, what a fucking dominance fucking stopping that. I haven't watched the Hook Incentive video from Pixel. Let me ask, though, are the hook incentives more than 25% of total progress from the game going? Because if not, it doesn't matter. I say this all the time. I'm working on a video about it too, but like, there's again, you have to make the hook incentive better than getting someone out of the match. And the problem with that is that once someone is out of the match, then the killer becomes even stronger than they already do. It's unique incentives tailored to the killer. That could be interesting, but again, I don't know if that would work. Again, I haven't watched it, so I'm assuming things like Deathslinger reloads his gun automatically and stuff like that. We already know who the 10-year anniversary killer is. It's the community pick chapter. It's the angel and the old lady. There's no theorizing to be done. We already know what it is. Speaking of the angel killer, by the way, I think this is the first time since Pyramid Head they've added a new hook system. It regresses it by 8%. Well, and see, but that's the problem right there is, are we, and I mean this in the most loving way possible, because it's not just DBD, I think other devs suffer from this too. Are we going to trust the devs to decide who gets it and who doesn't? Because according to the devs, Twins is, I mean, even according to some of the community, Twins is really strong. And same with Singularity. Like, what about them? Yeah, I'll add it to my list. Again, I tried to avoid all DVD things while I was gone, so. I don't know. Again, like, I do like the idea of making it individual towards the killer, but that also leads into an issue of when they make a killer, because that would have to be tweaked. Because a lot of these things would be stuff that, like, we only think about now. Like, Krisu being a good example. Like, I don't think Twins needs a rework. I think Twins are fine. I think their base design is okay. It's just the bugs. Singularity was the main reason Haywire got nerfed, yes. He can still do that, by the way. It's not as easily. But that's always going to be the issue, is just individual killers breaking certain things and certain mechanics. Yes, Mr. Larry was the reason the Haywire got nerfed. And now doesn't really exist as a perk, and it's such a non-existent perk that if you type in the game, it is the only in-game perk that doesn't show up. It always makes me laugh. Also, if you type Henry, I love that if you type Henry, fucking Vecta's perks come up. That's great. I don't know, because then there's other killers. Like, what about Artist? I think Artist is really strong. Just no one plays her. And then you get into the idea of, is a killer, like, is the strength... Again, Nurse is a bad example for this, especially since the years have passed, but, like, it always leads into the question, what if a killer just takes a lot of skill? Does that mean that they should be really strong? Because I say no. Haywire, I mean, my suggestion for Haywire has always just been make it so once they hit, like, max on the gate, it just goes back down to 50% progress or some shit like that. Something that's not the regression that it does now. Because at least with that, at least, like, you know it did something. My biggest issue with Haywire at the moment is I never know it's doing anything half the time I run it. But we'll see. Also, chat, Nightlight, God, I forget the artist's name. Kit, I think you use the same pack I do, so if you know their name, please let me know. They did the Destin and 11 stuff. The Destin one's really cool. I like this one. I hate him, but I love this artwork. I don't care, Dustin. It came out really good. I think they redid the Nancy one, too. I actually didn't check that. Did they redo the Nancy one? Yes. Okay, yeah, they just re-added the old Nancy one. Seriously. That's why Art of Killers is stronger. I would agree, except for Singularity is the counter to that entire argument. He was strong before, he was hard to play, and they made him easier to play. I don't think he's as easy as some people make him out to be, but they definitely ironed out a lot of his kinks, and still no one plays him, even though he's really strong. Amon Z, thank you. No, I think that's correct. I think it's Amon Z. I think you might have spelled it wrong, but yeah. Yes, they updated some of their portraits for Destin and 11. I don't like their Vecno one. There's something about this one that's off. Why do you hate Destin? Don't question my methods. Oh, these are links. Man, can't have shit in Detroit. Listen, if you want the lore as to why I hate Destin, you're never getting it. It's not existent. It's not a thing. We don't know why I hate Destin. I just do. Most people hate Sable. I hate Destin. No, that's fine. I think you got it right, though, Kip. But yeah, for real, if you go on Nightlight, it's one of the most downloaded ones, but you'll see it if you guys are interested. I love these icon packs. Or these portrait packs. They're so good. Again, not the biggest fan of the Vecna one. I feel like it's a little different from the other art style, but, like, they do such good work. I think I've donated to them a couple times, too. That is if you're on PC. If you're on console, fuck you. I think it's 2 minutes for my servers right now. It says estimated queue time 1 minute, but I I think it's 2 minutes on average for my server. Do you only hate Dustin in DVD or in the show as well? No, only in DVD. I just hate Dustin in DVD. Let me hate what I want to hate, okay? It's 2026. I can hate things and people. But we love V. V's the best. I did not get her Christmas sweater this year. Fuck. Everyone hates Dustin. It's human nature. That it is. That it is. If you don't hate Dustin in DBD... Also, am I dumb? Are these check marks new? I feel like I don't pay very much attention. These seem new. They're not new, right? Are they? Chad, help me out. I'm scared. I don't like being wrong. Honestly, of all the new perks, the only one I'm really scared of is probably the elusive healing one. Other than that, I think the other ones are fine. The 50% pallet break or pallet drop is... I think some people are more scared of it than they should be. Like, I can see situations where that's going to be a problem, but, like, I don't know. It goes on cooldown, just like Finesse. And again, I don't think people are going to bring it over Windows of Opportunity. Which should probably be reworked at this point. Oh, look, it's my favorite lockers. I got home field disadvantage, chat. Let's go. Also, while I was playing the new map a little bit and watching some videos on it, I think I know why I don't like it. I think it plays a lot like Midwich. Hot diggity damn, she had lith. It's just a bunch of tight corners that lead room to room until you get to a pallet. Oh, we're just gonna not? Okay, that's fine. Oh, she just left. Okay, that's fine. You're not gonna loop either? Come on, do I go into the room to the left? Thank you. There we go. Thank you, Dwight. I'm sure your decisive strike was very powerful. Oh, it was the gen above me. Hi, Ada. You gonna take that window, Ada? God, why? God, I hate how scared some people get of being trailed. Well, we can plaything on Ada. Someone's right here. That's good. Okay, Ada was hooked. Gotta remember that. I probably have a daily to break a pallet, so I'm gonna do that. I don't think we're winning this one. God, I hate this map. This map so much. Actually, wait. Is that the V? That is the V. She dropped? Could you imagine? This has got to be the safest V player I've ever seen. I don't like this map with Dredge. I really don't understand why people like this map so much. I thought she ran over for the save. I never have and never will like Midwich. I think it's one of the most boring maps in the game. All you do is just run down a hallway, go into a room, pre-drop the pallet, and then leave the room. That might have been the V. Now here's my special move. I'm gonna let the V stay. I don't know why you care. You're tormented too. Oh, good dead hard. That's why they don't want to be tormented so much. And Soul Guard? Oh. Ah, I missed. Okay, just send her to a cage. Boop. Because they're going to heal up now. They're right there, though. Oh. I got messed up from that. It's going to light the way. Good shit. What? Did she do the Dead Hard animation? I feel like she... Was it just because of the torment I couldn't see it? Damn. Yeah, I fucking hate this map. Yeah, they're already on the fucking door. I think they're gonna heal up. GG's to them, though. They played it well. They avoided torment when they should have. They went to the rooms they should have. I fucking hate this map so much. I'm gonna say Ada might have had Dead Hard. That would explain that that non-torment hit. Just remember Ada has Dead Hard. Yeah, I think they get out from that. That was a clean save. Cage him. They're going to stay on the map. She leaves, I think, here. She should. Yeah, GG's. They played that really well. Yeah, I don't think I can get any. Yeah, they healed already. Damn, that was a fast heal off a cage. I just can break pallets. No, they dropped that one already. It's a rough match. Dead hard, dead hard, dead hard. Shoulder the burden, decisive. No wonder they did not want to be trailed. Holy shit. Fine. I was just playing this because it was chill, but I guess I won't. Hold on like that on dead. I feel like I went for some really weird, I didn't hold it that often on that match. A lot of people have the issue with the new fast track in the PTB, since not only is it a gen speed perk, but the reward for survivors with it is for their teammates getting hooked. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's supposed to be a, we're losing, we need a comeback. Why do people have such a problem with rubber band perks? I don't understand that. Because that seems to be a very common trend I've noticed. People don't like rubber band perks. Because theoretically, if you're winning, it doesn't do anything. Does gaining a hook with shoulder the burden activate DS? No. The person getting unhooked still gets it. But no, the person getting it. So if someone's on a hook and someone uses shoulder the burden to get them off, the person who gets unhooked would still get DS, but the shoulder the burden person does not get DS now. Unless I'm wrong. Hmm. Think need should need? What do you mean by need? Noah? God, no. No, I used to be in that camp, but no, I don't think NOED should be base kit. I do think more people should bring NOED. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't fully agree with it. I think it's fine. Again, because of how it works, ask most people why they don't bring in-game builds as killer. Why do most people not bring in-game builds as killer? These perks right here. There's a reason why most people don't bring these perks. It's not because they're not good. It's because ideally you would never want to be put in a situation where these perks get value. They're rubber band perks. That's what they are. Except for Rancor, technically, but still. But it's on a timer? I mean, it's already on a timer now, pretty much. They'll see where the totem is. Inconsistency in maps? No, it's because ideally you don't want to get to endgame. You're gonna run. Why would you run perks that only work when you've already lost? Wouldn't it be better to run perks to make sure you don't get to that point? And same thing with the oh my god, I forget the name of the perk now. The Yoon Jin perk where she's standing on top of a bunch of skulls. You know that one? Fast track. There you go. I remembered it. Definitely didn't read it from chat. Rather than bringing that perk where you're relying on your teammates to get hooked and whatnot, wouldn't it be better to just bring perks so you don't get hooked and whatnot? Life, Sprint Burst, ones that just make the gens work faster no matter what, like Prove Thyself and Deja Vu. Hyper Focus Stakeout. Like, wouldn't it just be better to do all that? That's why I don't think it's going to be a problem. I'm trying to think of like other Survivor perks that are like only good when you're losing. Because is that really the only one? I guess Desperate Measures is similar to it. Because like that's only good when like I think the math works out like if 2 people are injured. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. Is like I think rubber band perks are fine as long as like there's not a bunch of them, because for the most part people aren't going to bring them anyways. I think Hyper Focus Stakeout is more of an issue than that perk's going to be. But we said the same thing. Remember all the fucking the complaining we all did about Specialist when it got shown off, and I never see that fucking perk. I think the big thing they're doing for Oh my god, why can't I remember the fast track? I can't remember the name of this perk. Um, the big reason they're doing what they're doing for it is because I think the reason people don't bring it a lot right now is because, technically speaking, you might not get actually like that much value out of it right now. That's its biggest issue. With the way they're changing it now, you're almost guaranteed to get at least some value on it, which I think is fine, especially with the buff they're doing to pop. And it seems like the direction they're going for a lot of perks this year. I don't know what to run, chat. Am I going to run Zancian? Yeah, I'm going to run Zancian. Am I going to run Lethal? Yeah, I'm going to run Lethal. I love Pyramid Head variety. It's great. This is the best variety you're ever going to get out of Pyramid Head. The only good in-game perk is No Way Up. For the most part, yeah. It's the only consistent one, for sure. Blood Warden can be good, but if you get Survivors to 99 the gates, then no. But a lot of Survivors don't 99 gates anymore because it's not worth it. Most of the time, it's better just to open the fucking gate. I think the fact that there's no interactivity on the Survivor side is the issue with it for me, and I 100% agree. Hyperfocus Steakhouse is well, and again, I'm not trying to do whataboutism, right? Like they can both be a problem, but I mean, lack of interactivity is an issue that a lot of perks run into, not just on the Survivor side, on the killer side too. Like, what is the interactivity for? I don't know, fucking like half the fucking killer perks. Most of the killer perks, like Spirit Fury. By the way, I better see some fucking apology videos from some creators. By the way, I better see some apology videos from some creators. By the way, about Spirit Fury. Yeah, like what's the interactivity for Secret Project? Don't let the gens get blocked. Superior Anatomy, don't vaults when the killer is chasing you. I don't know. Again, I think Disillusion's another. I mean, this perk is a problem in and of itself. I love Disillusion, but God, this perk is fucking problematic. Yeah, it's just like I don't know. I think those exist on both sides, and I'm fine with some of them existing. I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. As far as the interactivity part, I mean, if they make it so you have to unhook them, that causes problems for solo queue players. I mean, just look at Deliverance. You bring Deliverance, and one of two. Every time you bring Deliverance, I promise you, one of two things is gonna, or three things is gonna happen. Either A, you're the first one hooked, so you don't get to use it. B, your teammates unhook everybody, so you don't get to use it. Or C, in those very rare situations, you finally get the chance to use it, and it doesn't matter because the killer just stayed nearby anyways. Now, Deliverance is still a very powerful perk, if not one of the most powerful perks in the game. But the reason why it is the reason why a lot of people don't run it is because of issues with solo queue. And I feel like that's what they were trying to address with Fast Track. What's the problem with Disillusion? It puts survivors in a lot of lose-lose situations. And it's mostly not an issue, it's just on some killers it is. Kaneki, Legion is really annoying with it. Who are some other ones who are really annoying with Disillusion? Skull Merchant used to be an issue with it. Basically, killers that can get really easy injuries. Krasu's actually really, really good with Disillusion. Even Pyramid Head. I love Disillusion on Pyramid Head. I don't know. Like I said, I just don't see it being an issue, and it might be an issue. You know, I'm not always right. I don't see it becoming that big of a deal. Because again, as with most things, like when a new perk comes in that's going to be quote unquote meta, that means one other meta perk is going to get pushed out of people's builds. Colin can get good value out of it too. I don't think he's the best at it though. Trickster's another one. Trickster can get, especially the new Trickster, can get really good use out of Disillusion. It's mostly, the biggest problem with Disillusion is the same problem Bloodfavor has. It's just some killers make it too good. I think I'm gonna run... Yeah, I think we're just gonna do Cinderella Box, Scarlet Egg. So is it just blatantly wrong? No, no, no. On the PTB, it's correct. On the PTB, it says any break. Even though that's technically wrong, too. So, yeah, maybe they should. The problem is that some things aren't special breaks or normal breaks, apparently. Again, I bring up Guard Knight Kicks, Goblet on Pyramid Head, Vorpal Sword on Vecna, the fucking, is it the electric chair add-on on Henry? Either they need to find some way to address those specific ones, or have those specific ones say it in their description. For gens and windows? What do you mean? Like you damage somebody and it blocks the gens and windows in a certain range? I think new crowd control will kind of take care of that second one. As for gens, I mean, Jolt would be the closest we really have to it. Surge, whatever it's called these days. I mean, I could see it. I do think, I don't know, because I mean, Bloodfavor, again, it has the issue that just some killers make it too fucking good. No, 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 no. On the PTB, I don't have it pulled up anymore. You can look through the VOD from yesterday. I can probably look it up after this, but yeah, Spirit Fury's description was changed to any pallet break causes it, which is also, again, technically incorrect, but yeah. That's why I said I want apology videos from some people. Even with a cooldown? Yeah, I think even with a cooldown, it'd be too much. Just, again, because some killers would make it really, really good. Mostly the dash killers. Because the counter to Bloodfavor and something like that would be, well, run to another loop. But the dash killers want you to do that, so you're out in the open and they can just hit you. That's the issue. Again, it's another case of this is good on certain on the stronger killer. It's good on weaker killers, and it's really good on the stronger killers. Will, and will never not be an issue. I don't know how you fix it. Sprint burst? No. Lucky break? Or was that Shadow Step? That might be Shadow Step. I think it's Lucky Break. Bounce landing? I did not get a Gift of Pain in the main. It's on top of the stairs. That sucks. There is no fixing that issue. I mean, there is, but they'll never fucking do it. It's Shadow Step. It has to be Shadow Step. They didn't heal? Why would they not heal? Life? Okay. I think it's a good thing I brought the Scarlet Egg. The way to fix that issue, again, is a lot of it just, you have to do it based on killers individually. The problem with that is that then you have to decide what is considered, like, individualistically changing. What about killers that just have designs that inherently make it bad? She's gonna get the unhook thing because I've been around here too long. Really? Let's say, are we gens before friendsing this? Weird. Good dodge. Man, that sucks. RPD for Gift of Pain. That's just unfortunate. I cannot believe you took that. That was fucking brave. God, that was brave. I can make that. Especially if she doesn't wiggle. I just hate seeing cool perks get nerfed all because certain killers cough Nurse and Singularity. It's not just Nurse and Singularity. You know, Blight causes it. Ghoul causes it. Even some of the range killers. Nah, fine. I have no need for you. Okay, that's everyone on Deathloop but Fong. It works for me. I despise Ghoul so much. I think Ghoul's fine, especially in the state he's in now. Again, I don't have an issue with strong killers. I think he's okay. I feel like I think they went out here. They did not. Someone is over there, though. I love this add-on so fucking much. Oh, Shadow Step. Oh. Good shit. Good shit. Very good. Bye, Cheryl. Goodbye. They got back on the top one, they might have. Yeah. I think it's fine. None of the other ones really had stuff with it. Woof! And they're over there. Thank you, Scarlet Egg. I love this add-on so much. Where'd you go? Now you're here. Oh, I thought you dodged back into it. What? What do you mean that doesn't hit? I hate this place. Cheryl, you're the one who had Lithe, right? No, you're the one who didn't have Lithe. Bye, Cheryl. You're fine, guys. You don't have to chat. The lurkers are great, okay? I'm so surprised anyone wants to watch my dumbass in the first place, so you're fine. Right before going down. Exactly. It was all part of my plan. gen are they on? Are they doing a gen? They had to be doing one on this side of the map, right? That one's not getting done. That one's not getting done. They're just hiding. Shadow Step is still up, so I'm not gonna... The only thing I have to go off of is if I get Killer Instinct, or if they, or if they just... I see the trails. Monsters vs. Aliens, good movie, good movie. I love that movie. Also, chat, I saw Iron Lung during my vacation. I liked it. I was really confused, but I enjoyed it. But twas an entertaining watch. Who's your dream license? Chucky and Xenomorph are my dream licenses nowadays. Probably The Darkness is probably my biggest dream license. Apart from that, Tremors. Neither of those will ever happen, but those are my dream licenses. I just want Tremors so I can get Kevin Bacon into Dead by Daylight. Iron Lung for DVD. I kind of want it just so Markiplier's in the game. She is probably on this one. Oh, hi. Just follow the trails. Just follow the trails. Just follow the trails. GG. Nah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Tenacity, Shadow Step, Exponential, Circle of Healing. It's a good thing I didn't slug. Wait. They brought one for main building and one for Shack. That's funny. That's kind of funny. The entity's just sitting there like, I don't fucking know. Anywhere, I guess. It'll just spawn anywhere. Killer Survivor map. I don't think a killer works for Iron Lung. The whole point of it is like Eldritch Horror, right? So Darth Vader fit in the DVD. I do. I think Darth Vader can work. I don't think the game's ready for him yet, though. That's what I will say. I do think Darth Vader could definitely be in Dead by Daylight, but I think we have to exhaust more of our options first. It's one of those, like, I hate to use this phrase, but I just don't think the game is ready for it. They're getting rid of Chucky's 180s when M1ing in Slice and Dice before fixing the bug that locks him out of power. Well, because, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the code for locking him out of power is just too hard. Maybe. Maybe there's other things affecting it. Maybe it's holding the whole all of Dead by Daylight together. Maybe it's like the swamp map. I don't know. At least one thing's getting fixed. What was I doing? Oh, right. I need to put points in the Skull Merchant. What am I low on right now? Unpublished manuscript and prototype of Road. They better as Sauron. So true. Ravioli. Jason's Pennywise and the Thing. See, the reason why those aren't my dream licenses is because I feel like those are guaranteed to happen at some point. I feel like Jason's coming, especially with the licensing situation being quote-unquote better. I feel like Pennywise is probably never happening because of how Stephen King is with his licensings. But we'll see. Welcome to Derry did really well, so we might see it. I would love a Welcome to Derry chapter. And the Thing, that's a weird one. I don't know if I want a license of the Thing or just a chapter inspired by it. Darth, we already know what the 10th anniversary is. It's the community-made killer. It's the angel killer. I don't know, like, that's a weird one with the Thing, too, because, like, again, I know a VHS is a good, like, they did a Thing chapter, but it wasn't the Thing, it was just based on the Thing. And I kind of feel like I would rather that, because it gives them more room to work with. That's the weird thing about licensed chapters, too, is it gives them less room to work with. Oh, Bendy the Ink Machine. I was wondering, I was like, what the fuck is Badum? It's coming after the anniversary? So is the 10th year anniversary licensed? Do we know that? Because I don't think we've gotten a new roadmap in a while, actually. The 10th year anniversary is us getting it's us getting Halloween back. It's what it is. That's all it is. It's just us getting Halloween back. I would lose my shit. I don't know, like, again, I think Star Wars can fit. I don't think it's time. I don't think it's time. I don't think we're ready for it yet. Well, I mean, let's see, when was the... Springtrap was licensed. That was anniversary. Yeah, it's pretty much everyone on this row. Ghostface, Pyramid Head, so license, semi-licensed, licensed, licensed, original, licensed, licensed. I kind of hope it's original. No, wait, wasn't... Am I dumb? Was Unknown? No. Vecna was the anniversary, right? It wasn't Unknown, was it? We'll try to go get Halloween back, or where they go for the newer version of Halloween. I don't think they're going... I don't think it's worth their time to try and get Halloween back. I don't think it's worth the time, resources, or money to try and get Halloween back at this point. I think they got very lucky when they got him the first time, because I don't think the licensors thought this game was going to last this long, just like Behavior didn't. And that was also before, like... That was before, like, collabs were a big thing. Not to say they didn't exist, but, like, back in, like, 2016, 2017, collabs were, like, very special things that did not happen very often, especially in video games. It's just... I don't know. far as Darth Vader, again, I think he can fit. I think any character can fit a horror setting if you do it right. I mean, fucking, like, does anyone not remember the multiverse movie for Marvel? That shit was a horror movie. Granted, it was directed by Sam Raimi, but still, it was a horror movie. You can make anything horror if you try hard enough. It is inevitable. We're just talking about licenses and such. That's all we're talking about, Peacekeeper. Just licenses and such. Darth Vader coming to DVD. Dream licenses and things like that. I will keep down on the hill, though. The darkness is just... I want this as a fucking chapter so fucking bad. Okay, maybe not the 3-hour retrospective. Maybe not that. Like, hang on. For those who don't know The Darkness, this is a game that came out in 2008. It's based on a comic book. And just warning, by the way, if you do not like ASMR, you're not going to like anything we're about to hear. Just this voice, though. I want this voice in the game so bad. Like, come on, man.
Show me what you can do with my powers.
Thank you, Richard Horvitz. Truly a legend and an icon. I want this so bad in Dead by Daylight. Seizure warning. I probably should have mentioned that. Oh, it's so good. Hear me out, legendary skin. I would take this as a legendary skin for Dracula. I'll take it. You just summoned the black hole? Come on.
Make them fear you. All control of the present.
God, this shit is so long. I never realized how long it is. Gives me Dredge vibes.
You like the blood, don't you?
Oh man, I want this as a chapter so fucking bad. So bad. Ugh. It will never happen. It is too obscure. It's too obscure. Fun fact about The Darkness, by the way, they made a sequel to the game. And the sequel was made by the Digital Extremes, the guys who made Warframe, which that is one of my favorite fun facts of all time. Game is 4 hours long. I just love that aesthetic. And like they can do it. I brought up Dracula, but that's because this skin. It's this skin, but you can control the tentacles. That's what it is. Oh, man. I don't know, chat. I don't know. Alex Mercer for DBD? I would love to see that, too. Oh my god. I can't remember the name of the game, but it has white light in it. That's all I remember. Prototype. Prototype, there you go. I want Bioshock. I can see Bioshock too. Alan Wake 2 I don't think is as likely. Bioshock is possible, but much like... I think it's more horror than like a lot of things are, but I think because it's not mainly horror, a lot of people don't want it. Prototype, yeah, Prototype, yeah. I loved that game. Prototype was like peak, like every game has to be open world game design. From Evil Within. That Evil Within's another chapter I really want to. It's not on my top priority, like I'm not like begging for it, but I really do think it belongs in Dead by Daylight at this point. Dead Space is another one I think really deserves to be in DBD. But we don't know what EA is doing with that license. And as a great man once said, as a great man once said,
I'm afraid to say it's not 1998 anymore. Things have changed since you decided to leave. These days it's not about collecting cans of cream corn and childish platforming. Now it's all DLC and microtransactions. Do you want a chicken nugget? Stop. Come on, let's go. We can crowdfund your own Quibbly game. Trogler, I can't allow them to make an independent Quibbly game. It's my IP to sit on and do nothing with. We must find them.
EA with Dead Space. Oh, you made a cameo in the skate games, though. I guess. Why not Alan Wake 2, Electric Boogaloo? I just don't think it's enough to pull from for Alan Wake. Plus, it's a cult classic, and I think people forget that about Alan Wake. To be fair, that's most horror franchises, but still, even though I remember distinctly, like 2 years ago, I got into an argument with some guy about Alan Wake being a cult classic, and they were like, no, it's not. It's like, yes, it is. By all definitions, it is a cult classic game. It didn't sell well, and it got a fan base after it sold. There you go. That's a cult classic. Well, I'm also very scared of an engineer character. What do you mean all three of his perks do make gens go faster? You don't want to see Bendy in DBD? Why not? I think Bendy fits. I don't know, with behavior showing some stuff off, I wouldn't be surprised if the next one's not fucking Doki Doki Literature Club. Did I picked the wrong gen? Wow. I love you, Larry's Treatment Theater. You're my best friends. Do you have balanced landing, Michaela? No? Ooh, was that life? I can't believe I'm saying this. That was a good life play. All things considered. Oh, I should have just M2'd him. I have to break that one. Okay. They're on this gen here. I think it gets done. Yep. That sucks. It is a later game build, though. Do you have life, too? Oh, you didn't take it. I feel like turn back the clock isn't a counter to it, but it definitely makes... It definitely makes stuff like, Sprint Burst not nearly as effective as it could be. It's still that one? Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. They just piled on the first two gens. That's okay. Where did you go? Uh-huh. God, Chad, don't you just love that she had 3 windows to use? Dead Island? Dead Island would be a weird one just because of how long that game was in development hell. That would be a really interesting one to do, though. I would love to see it. You had life, didn't you? Ooh, I thought he dodged back into it. Nice try. One of them's got to come get Michaela or she hits second. And if she hits second, she just dies, I think. Okay. Yep, they were waiting for it. Only one not trailed was Michaela. That gen in the back was the one getting done, but that's fine. They heal up a bit. They start running this way. I think Nia... No, I think only Ace had life. Nia DCs. It's still that far gen, which is fine by me. Oh, no, no, no. It's this gen now. I love this build on Pyramid. It's such a good build. What a good build. What an amazing build. And it's that one gen in the corner that's got the most. Was it worth it, Ace? I guess you're both just done. I'm gonna put Ace on this. Final judgment on Ash. Break this pallet while I'm here. Well then. Every time I get Larry's, the Nia was there. The Nia bot was there. What was the Nia bot doing there? What was the Nia bot doing there? What the fuck? I mean, or they could just do what they did for FNAF and just have a non-survivor chapter. It wouldn't be the first time they've done something like that. I actually would kind of prefer if... Wow, what a weird... Oh, wow. Alright, MMR. Sure. It was just Ash with fucking finesse. Wow, why did it match me against these people? I don't usually do this, but I'm genuinely curious. Okay, never mind. I think they're just playing fucking... Just playing with no perks, alright. I don't know, I think there's definitely ways to do it. It's just like... Because again, Springtrap didn't have a survivor, Kaneki didn't have a survivor. Who else didn't have one? Chucky didn't have a survivor. I almost said Sadako, but that's just because I forget Yuichi exists. Baba doesn't have a survivor? Yeah, fair enough. I know for a lot of people, like, that's a really good way to get better at survivors. You stop running perks as much. Because then the perks become less crutches and more, like, actually, like, enhancing your gameplay like they're supposed to be. You know what's scarier than a survivor with life? A survivor that knows how to loop and has life. That shit's fucking terrifying. Ghostface doesn't have a survivor either. Yeah. I've said in the past I prefer drip feeding content. I would much rather us get a chapter with a killer, the mid chapter comes with the survivor, chapter killer, mid chapter survivor. Because that means like every patch would actually have something new added to the game. I don't know. Like, I don't think it's necessary. I don't know. I just, for Chucky, for example, I just say Nick Cage is his survivor, because he pretty much was. Yeah, but they made a character that could have been the survivor, the cashier guy. For the other licenses, I mean, I guess this was just because he didn't want Michael in this. Michael! Michael! And for Ghoul... I don't... What was the reasoning we didn't get a survivor for Ghoul? Because there were options, weren't there? No, mostly because Andy's actor said he's done. I would respect his wishes. Kyle, I think, could have worked better than Andy in anyways. I joke about Nika, but Nika could have also worked. You could have done Kyle with a Nika skin. That could have worked. I mean, that's fair, too, if that's the reasoning. It's probably the case with Chucky as well. Again, God, what is his name? Is it Alex Vincent? For Andy's actor? I think it's Alec Vincent. I always forget his name. It's been so long. I used to know this shit, like... I used to know this shit. Yeah, yeah, Alex Vincent. That's his name. Yeah, he said he's done with acting. So I really do think that honoring that wish by not putting him in Dead by Daylight was a good call. Again, Kyle could have been the survivor, or Nika, but still, I'm happy with Chucky not having a survivor. Chucky is like, it's a weird franchise because again, Child's Play 1 and 2 and 3 are all about Andy. Bride is, oh my god, I forget their names. They're so forgettable. Oh my god, what are their names? What are their names in fucking Child's Play 3? Or, Bride of Chucky? Kincaids! The Kincaids. There you go. Yeah, the Kincaids. It was a weird fucking name. Yeah, the Kincaids were the main ones in Bride. Seed, it was Jennifer Tilly. Like, Cult and Curse, it was Nika. The TV show, it was the kids, whose name I also forget. Junior and, oh my god. Junior, Lexi, and I forget the two other guys' names. Oh man, I forget their names. Edwin needs to be the survivor for that. I mean, maybe. I think the other problem is that Scott doesn't like showing his human characters, I've noticed. He never liked that in the first place, but I think even in the more recent games, he doesn't like showing the human characters. Especially considering the reception to Vanny. I don't think he's going to do that again. You know, Vanny, the character that definitely was important for some reason, and then just went nowhere. If we do get one, Edwin would be the pick, though. Daddy's busy right now. I just want that as a voice line for when you're hooking somebody. Daddy's busy right now, bud. Please. Please. Can I get that for a voice line? I don't know Tokyo Ghoul, so I really couldn't say, but I'll take your word for it. Vanny got flagged and failed potential. She was like a deceit follower to the glitch trap, and then she was not important. Exactly. I think it's weird that they just dropped her. I'm sure they had their reasonings, but it was so odd that they did it that way. Tickets, please. Please deposit 5 coins. Ah, the good old days when you guys used to give me a headache with that. Wrong robot. No. They're all Freddy Fazbear to me. It's like how every Pokemon is Pikachu, you know? No. I think all the controversy Hello Neighbor's gotten over the years, I don't think it'll ever happen, and I don't want it to happen. I know that was so terse and rude, but genuinely, no. It's the same reason. It's not the same reason, but it's like when people suggest Jeepers Creepers. No. Just no. A game that was in alpha like 6 different times and then released and was a buggy mess. And then they went out of their way to make it quote unquote theory bait. So MatPat would do a video on it. What do you mean, what controversy? What do you mean, what controversy? Hello Neighbor had like 10. Go watch a video on the history of Hello Neighbor. Go do it. They're like an hour long. Am I going to regret looking it up? You're not going to regret looking it up, but I would not recommend looking it up. Let's just say the guy who made Jeepers Creepers was not an upstanding human being. That's all I'm going to say. So it's never going to happen. I don't know what else to run. I guess Eruption? I don't kick gens enough, but... Sure, why not? No, fucking Hello Neighbor. And most of the controversy wasn't anything like demoral or anything, or immoral. It was just... Again, like... That game... The way they released it felt like they were purposefully trying to make the next FNAF. And they kept, like... purposefully, like, remaking it, putting it in alpha again, like, and trying to do, like, the theory bait stuff. It was just... And don't get me started on the TV show and the fact that they made books and stuff. Like, I don't know. Hello Neighbor is just one I just don't want. Terrible devs and money hungry. There you go. That's pretty much what it came down to. And not in the way, like, behavior can sometimes be, like, genuinely money hungry. Like, these motherfuckers would say they were releasing a game in 6 months and then not release it. Yeah, they would, like, not DM, but they would, like, at MatPat on Twitter, like, all the time to do videos on their fucking game. Like, it was... They just did a bunch of scummy stuff. And I know someone's going to say the joke, oh, so they're perfect for behavior. You know what I mean. There's a difference. There are ways to get... Hi, Bill. This is very lonely. Hey, look, it's a Jill and a Nancy, Bill. We have friends. Don't you guys just love cues during 2v8? Isn't it amazing? It's great. I love it. I love it. Pyramid Head definitely loves it. I don't know. It's just... It's such a... And then, like I said, as far as Jeepers Creepers go, as Peacekeeper just said, Mr. Afton send that man to the Shreddy Faz chair. Yeah, Jeepers Creepers is never happening either. Listen. Horror franchises are not immune to some controversy and some pretty bad things. Like in the first Friday the 13th movie when they killed a real snake. One of my favorite fun facts about that movie. When they killed a real snake in Friday the 13th. I love that fact. I love it so much. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. But the fucking nothing will... Yeah, Jeepers Creepers isn't happening. Yeah, for those who don't know, in the original Friday the 13th... Yeah, in the original Friday the 13th, there is a scene where they kill a snake. Now, it's a movie. So you're probably saying to yourself, oh, well, it was probably just, like, edited weird, so, like, they didn't actually kill a snake. No, they killed a real live snake during that scene. And it was someone's pet. It was the animal handler's pet for the movie. They asked if they could borrow it, and he said, sure. And they killed it. They killed it on... Why? What the fuck is wrong with people? It's not funny. Like, I shouldn't be laughing. It's tragic, but... In retrospect, it's kind of funny. Nancy, do you have Decisive Strike? Because you're avoiding those trails pretty fucking hard. Gotta say. Still got you, Joe. Okay, 2 here. I think he had a flashbang. I'm not 100% sure on that. Put him on this. They're going to finish that gen in main, which is fine. I mean, yeah, go for it. Make a chapter concept for it. Sure. I just don't think it's ever going to happen. Nancy healed up. Nancy's still tormented, which is ideal for me. If that's... Works for me. I just want to make her waste her med kit, get her to go over there. They got him up. That was super fast. For sure you'd go back. Should have just sent him to a cage. Personally, yeah, I should have just done the right thing and just sent him to a cage. Sewer up. Got him. 3 over there. Send to cage. Kick this. Nancy's still injured, which is good. Yeah, she's going to go under there. That's fine. I don't care about that one. There's Jill. I thought maybe she'd jump back into it. She's going to go right to check. Goes over to the other main building. I love Swamp, where my power doesn't work on half the fucking loops because they're on inclines. Good shit. That was really good. I think this loses me the game. I should have dropped this a while ago. Good. One's there. Send her to a cage. Time to lock the fuck in, apparently. No, she's going over there. That's fine. Eruption hit them on this one, though. Spearhead does its job. I have no reason not to go for Nancy right now. I think her sprint burst just came off a cooldown. That's fine. This kid, no, Leon's a good target. Leon is a very good target right now. One's there. Yeah, we're down to 2 gens. I gotta find Jill and get her out of the match now. Pyramid wears gloves. At least he's hygienic. Yeah, that's why if you look at the PNG model, my artist told me this. They said they weren't sure what to do about the gloves, so they just gave me Mickey Mouse gloves. That's Bill. Not the best. This is actually a decent 3-gen setup right here. Okay, Leon's right there. Cage him. Oof. I don't think I landed without seal, actually. He went left. Yeah, he went towards the docks. That's fine. They're healing up over there. Jill has sprint burst still. Okay. Jill's on Death Hook. I think I have to go for this. There's a hole there, isn't there? Yep. Hate this fucking main building. Okay. Jill's out. The other two gens are probably getting done right now. Yep. Yep. God, I love Swamp. Are they right on the door? Oh. Someone's still over here. They're probably on the other... Well, no, they might not be on the other door because I was there. I just wish there was a better slowdown perk for Pyramid Head. Good shit. Yeah, they're probably already on the other door, aren't they? Yep. GG's. They played that really well. Boil over? He might get out of this. Leon? Leon! Leon! Why? How did... Okay. Leon! Just leave, dude. Just leave! Just leave. He did not deserve a 3K there. Sprint burst vigil. Oh, we're gonna live forever. That's how they got him up so fast. Lore accurate, Leon. I think, and it's funny to think about this. I think the reason why that match went the way it did, again, it's a 3K, but I still fucked that match up. But the reason that match went the way it did is because I slugged the bill. I should have just caged him, used the infectious fright to chase off Nancy. That's what I should have done. Leon! Bill screaming on Hook. Leon! And Ruin is a good choice. The problem with Ruin is that once it's out, it's out. There's just like... God, it's so infuriating. Like, there's just not very many good regression perks that don't involve hooking people. Full bones build with Pithy. That would work, but the reason why I like Infectious on Pyramid Head and why a lot of people like it on him is because it lets me know if I should cage or hook. Overcharge or Call of Brine. They could work, but they're just not that good. Unless like I stay in the area. That's the problem. Like, and I understand why those perks were nerfed. They were nerfed for a good reason, but it just sucks because it hurts Pyramid Head a lot. They should rework Undone. I wouldn't be surprised if Undone is one of the least used perks in the game. Yeah, why does Pyramid Head wear gloves? Does he wear gloves in the flayed skin? He does. He's still got, well, kind of. The gloves are there. They're on the flayed part of the skin, but oh, you guys can't see it. Yeah, the gloves are there. They're right there. Just make it every time you hit a survivor with a basic attack, you get 3 tokens. Or make it great skill checks instead. That would actually be a good counter to Hyper Focus. Just make it like a pop you can store up. I don't know. Also, honestly, queue times have not been that bad tonight. Again, I just wish there was a better regression perk for him. He can snowball, sure, but like, if situation doesn't, ugh. My cat loves me. I was hoping it would give me both. After overcharge applies to a generator, its regression speed increases from 85% of normal to 130% of normal over the next 30 seconds. Regresses 150% of the normal regression speed, and you can see... we'll give Call of Brine a try. I don't think rush actions would be too bad, but, like, I also feel like you could cheese the shit out of that. I don't know. I still like, just make, again, just turn it into what it's supposed to be and just make it a Pop Goes the Weasel that you can store up for as long as you want until you release it. I say queue times aren't that bad as it says 3-minute estimated queue time. Man, I love 2v8. You know what? I think with queue times being that long, I think we'll call it a night though. 2 hours. I know we usually go for 3. At least I haven't been recently. But no, I say we call it a night there. Again, hopefully things go back to normal when 2v8's done with next week. And tomorrow, I promise we'll do the add-on fucking tier list for real this time. We already did it, but I'm going to do it again because I did not like the way it came out the first time. But we're going to actually do it tomorrow for real. I will be in a much better mood than last time. I won't be all sad. I won't be all, like mopey about it. Do you think it would be broken if they made Surge any form of down? Yes. Okay, let me rephrase that. Do I think it would be broken? No. But I don't want them to do that simply because of Nurse and Blight. The problem is character, and I say this all the time, I really think the problem with Kaneki is that he's an M1 killer. I know what I said. I know I just called Kaneki an M1 killer, and I know people are vigorously typing on their keyboards that he's not an M1 killer. What I mean is that his downs come from M1s. Which means... No, Nurse's attacks aren't basic. They haven't been basic for a long time. They did, that was one of the first changes they did to her a while ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. Which means that because Kaneki uses M1s to down people, he gets all the benefits from M1 perks that killers like Blight and Nurse don't get. It's my same problem with Spirit. The only argument I've heard for why Spirit's phase hits shouldn't be M1s or M2s is because then it kills for build variety. But I think that's fair. Again, I'm not going to get into a full fucking rant about M1 killers again, but, like, there's just some killers that just I don't like. Kaneki. Houndmaster is another one. She's an M1 killer, basically. Not in the traditional sense, but in the sense that all of her attacks are M1s. Same with Vecna. He's an M1 killer. Stabiffle Rapid. Jolt. And it just makes things harder to balance because, like, again, that's one of the balancing levers for, like, Blight. Is that most of his hits come from his rushes. So he can't use M1 perks. But then you've got, like, Singularity who can. Ghoul who can. Vecna who can. Also, fun fact about Kaneki that a lot of people forget. When you M1 with him, his power doesn't go on cooldown, so he can catch right the fuck back up to you. So in a lot of situations, it'd actually be better for Kaneki to just M1 you and dash to you. People just don't do it. I'm telling you, though. I'm telling you. But... Oh, I should probably spend my points on Skull Merchant. Springtrap basically is an M1 killer, in my opinion. He's like an M1, M2 hybrid. He's kind of like Artist in that way. Or Xenomorph. Where the fuck? He promises a fun time, chat. Do you believe him? Because I don't. Hooray! I got the bloody weapon for Scully! Let's go! He's an M3. But we'll call it a night there, chat. Again, tomorrow we'll do the add-on tier list for real this time, I promise. And then play some more Pyramid Head. We were at 40 hours before I left. I do plan on doing some longer streams over the next month or so. So we can try to, like, get through this. A reminder for those who weren't here for it that Skull Merchant is the next 100-hour killer. After Skull Merchant, it's still up in the air, but it's probably either going to be Clown, Dredge, or Deathslinger, just because I already have a lot of hours on them. So they'll be the easiest to get to the 100 hours. And then I plan, I'm going to use that in fucking air quotes, I plan on doing the Chucky video for the 100 hours, because I already have 100 hours on Chucky, on my birthday in June. That is the plan. Will that happen? Who knows? So probably expect to see some Chucky streams here and there popping up. But, we are officially back, okay? My IRL stuff has kind of died down a little bit. My vacation's over. I'm in a much, much better mental state. Did you do Houndmaster already? No, Houndmaster was in the last vote, but Skull Merchant won because of the charity stream. And the next killer after Pyramid Head, I wanted to be one that I could do faster than the ones I have, like, no hours on. Are we on the eventual plan of Ken eventually? The inevitable plan. Ken is, like, again, I try to pick the killers on ones that I would think would be interesting. So if the killers have a lot of interesting add-ons or, like, a lot of depth to them, they're usually the ones I try to put on the list. Because, again, we saw this when I was going through, like, Wraiths add-ons. There's not much for me to talk about. So, and these things take, like, at least 6 months. For me to get the 100 hours. Again, they could probably be faster if I, actually played the game more. But I also don't like to burn myself out on DVD. And the 2-week break I pretty much gotten, I'm definitely back in it, I feel. But we'll see. We'll see. But in any case, I'm going to stop giving you guys the business fucking professional talk. But I love y'all as always.